Let's see what our opponent is playing. He's down the bottom here. He's got a Fume Spitter, black, red, head and mirror. He hasn't shown his faction yet. All these are Scars cards. He is Mirrodin. Okay, black, red, Mirrodin. He's only won one game so far, one match so far. What was that? Ah, that was a Black Sun Zenith that he just played. So that's a good thing to know about. And spread the sickness. Okay. Alright, he chose to play first, which makes this hand keepable. I would obviously rather have a white than a blue. But I don't think this is worth mulliganing anyway. Now it's a pretty good hand. Can negate the effectiveness of his Fume Spitter, which even if he plays a mirror, I think that's probably right, just because I have the Icarats. Well, if he plays a mirror next turn, that's definitely not right. Although I'm playing the clasp this turn, so I don't get a chance to make that decision. I gotta take advantage of the time I have now. Can still grasp a mirror if I have to. He got a land, but he doesn't have a play. I got a Digester. Well, no reason not to play this one. They get through for the same amount. Now we've got a game on our hands. A Phyrexian Rager. Okay. Strata Scythe for Swamp will be good this game. No reason to attack. So we'll just play Icarats and pass the turn. He did get another land. He's gone and turned this right back on us. The whole land screw matter. He has his own Contagion Clasp. You obviously get the Digester unless you've got artifact removal. There's no reason to let me Corpse Cur back the extra. So he might have artifact removal. Or just not consider Corpse Cur. I got nothing. So looks like Strata Scythe will be the go. We will be getting swamps. That is some nice land riffing skills. I wish I could borrow a few of his skills. He's got a blocker. Or maybe not even. Because he can't block the Digester with the Scythe on it. It's likely he does with 5 mana. Tumble Magnet. It's good enough. Alright. That gets us places. We go to combat. And he'll tap our guy. Need a revoke. He doesn't tap our guy, okay. So they got other removal, or it doesn't seem too important to him. I think he can handle the damage. There's not really much wasting going on with Tumble Magnet when you got Clasp in play, so I'm not sure why he didn't tap there. If I draw another land, I can wound this guy and proliferate. Now he taps. Okay. Seems it would have just been better to tap the Digester. This guy's got aced. Alright. It's not too much of a problem. If he gets Metalcraft, it'll be a bit more of a problem, but we do have a revoke for probably his Clasp. But maybe his Tumble Magnet if we can kill him quick enough with the Tumble Magnet gone. We'll see what he does. Yep. Seems fair. I think we're just gonna play our Imp. Or, maybe we should just grasp the Phoenix now. By grasping it now, I mean grasping it next turn. On his turn. Seems like the better option. We can't really afford the damage. We can handle it later if it takes him a while to assemble his Metalcraft, because Wormcoil Engine can negate the damage. We can't handle it right now. Yeah, I gotta grasp it. Plague Mirror. Alright. We can get in some damage then. No, he's not gonna let us do that. Ooh, spread the sickness. Okay. I will learn from my game before where I didn't sacrifice to itself when it got burned the Impured. I'm not gonna let him proliferate. Meaning he can't use his Tumble Magnet counter. Useless revoke. Well, I'm gonna make him use the counter then, by equipping. That gets rid of the tumble magnet forever, unless he has some way of bouncing it. Doesn't seem possible in his colors. Killing the mirror denies metalcraft. 1 white, and we're in a pretty good spot for denying it for the rest of the game. Yep, fair enough. And now we're in 1-hit kill territory, with him not having a tumble magnet. And us having an imp in our hand, in case he gets metalcraft, we can chump the Phoenix for 1 turn. And he only has 2 cards in hand. Our hand has plenty to unlock if we get some lands. Lose 3 life, that's a pretty big deal. Oh, do we die? I think we do. Yeah, we die. 4, 6. Okay. Yeah, it's too late to do that now. Okay, we can survive. Okay. That's just for return. Activate during your upkeep. Okay, that's why we weren't dead. Well, now we gotta play the imp to block the Phoenix. Yeah, sure. I don't think I'm losing to poison. So he's gonna return it now. And that is only 7. How did we gain 2 life? What happened? Did I just totally space out last turn because it was 3 in the morning? I guess so. I can't see how I got that wrong, so I guess I just misread my life total. Because I'm not dead to this attack. That's really weird to me. But anyway. I figured the problem was that I had been drawing subpar, which I think is true, but I am gonna go over and watch these videos again, because if I've been making play mistakes like that and just not realizing it, it could just be that I just played poorly. But yeah, I can just take this now, and he needs it to find an answer to the imp. Black Sun Zenith. For 2, actually doesn't work. Yes it does, because it kills my guy if I do that. Yeah, it doesn't work. That actually kills him. It is for 2, right? Yeah, so he's dead. Okay. He loses his guy. I proliferate his guy dead, and then kill him. And we weren't drawing very live either, so it's a good thing that happened. Okay. Alright. Looking at my options, I don't see a lot that's really necessary. Can bring in the life staff, because he's a damage-based deck. But what to replace that with? What to replace with that? I suppose I still just want to take out the Tezzeret. It might have just been a bad idea from the beginning. I've just been having mana problems game after game. Yeah. I'm gonna concede to the fact that I shouldn't have put Tezzeret in to start off with. That was just a deck building mistake. Maybe it's good with a little bit of luck, but you can't count on luck for carrying you through games. I needed to just have a more consistent deck, and putting those islands in has cost me more than well, it definitely cost me the game where I drew only islands. It almost cost me that game, and or I mean, I drew all my islands. It almost cost me that game just then, not being able to revoke, and there was a game before that I didn't have any white either. So I'm just going to take out Tezzeret. This looks fine. Oh, Mulligan, he's going to play first. I don't think this is going to be the best quality play of any video I've released, just because this is kind of the thing you can't do a lot until you play well, and then show the one where you played well. There are a lot of times I try and record and it's early in the morning. Either it's early in the morning because I stayed up too late, or because I got up really early in the morning, and I'm just not concentrating enough to make good decisions, and so those videos I usually scrap, but I don't think I'm going to be able to scrap this one just because I really do want to show you guys this pre-release. So you again get to see me playing poorly, if that's actually the case. I'm not even sure. I could just be being too harsh on myself. I'm gonna clasp instead of mirror, just because I've got a turn 3 play anyway. Although, yeah, see, I need to get my gold mirror out before I can get my Priest of Norn out. That's an interesting question. If I do gold mirror, I can do Priest of Norn, and then if I draw a land the turn after that, I've got 5 mana, so I can do Digester and Contagion Collapse. That seems a little bit better. I'm gonna ramp myself. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I think this might be comparable to the first game I recorded when I came back from a long hiatus. That's not too bad. of a ramp into card. In that, ooh. So am I on the defensive or the offensive? It's more mana efficient to play this. But then I'm taking 3 and I'm doing kind of 4. This play is more susceptible to removal because there are more removal spells that can hit my guy than this guy. This is a defensive play which lets me save damage before getting in with this guy later in the game, and I actually think I like that better. We do really want to draw land next turn because we want to clasp the Iron Mirror to delay. Wait, how much is the Phoenix? 5 or 6? It's 5, isn't it? I should know these things. Just a sec. He's got his own clasp. Seems we have very similar lines of play. Clasp my priest or not? Okay. He doesn't know that it would affect us very much to clasp a gold mirror, so he'll do that. Turns out, I think still it was a better play to play the Priest of Norn despite not being able to block, because he could just kill our Time Strike straight out. Yep. Alright. Alright. We did draw land. So yes, Phoenix does cost 5, as I thought, so I want to keep him off that. It's also 3 red, so this does a lot to keep him off that, so I'm going to clasp this turn. And do I want to go Strata Scythe or Digester? Digester doesn't actually do all that much. Strata Scythe lets me start getting in there with my priest. So while this is, again, the route more susceptible to removal of my priests, it is the much more powerful route, because Phyrexian Digester does pretty much nothing. +6, +6. So I'll have a 6/9. It's kind of like a Bone Horde that isn't a creature and costs an extra equip. Although on this board state it turns out to be much better because there's only 1 creature in the graveyard. Most games that's not the case. He leaves up all 4 mana. He's Mirrodin, so he can have... Oh wait, no, he's Phyrexian. That guy's Phyrexian? That guy's Phyrexian, yes. So earlier when I said he was Mirrodin, because I saw this card, it was just that I didn't know what faction this guy was from. Yes, he's Phyrexian, so we can't have... Go for the Throat. Spread the Sickness is a sorcery and he doesn't have enough mana, so I'm just going to go with this. He can have Burn the... No, that's Mirrodin. Burn the Impure is Mirrodin. Not sure what he could have. He could have Galvanic Blast. I'm still going to go with this. He doesn't, so we'll likely just get jumped by the Mirrodin. Our guy will be taken down 1 to a 5/8. Oh! That's not what I expected when he tapped 4 mana. Selling 2 artifacts. Strata Scythe and Contagion Clasp. Alright. Still in a bit of trouble. Taking another 3. And he's got no play, but he did think for a while. We've now got 6 mana. And we're just gonna play this. And at this point we have to trade. Seems like he's got a spell. But Shrinking Priest of Norn being the only thing he's doing doesn't seem like it's worth not playing anything. So I'm not sure what he could have in hand. Because if it was a land he would have played it. And I know he has the Phoenix, but I don't know what else he has. So that's not a good card for us. Though it seems like insta-play Phoenix if you have it. Okay, so he doesn't have a Phoenix, which is good. That's not so good. We're going to be blocking with Priest of Norn. I mean, obviously that was coming. When I say that's not so good, that wasn't hard to see. But I was thinking about whether to double block, and the answer is no, because we need the white mana. Move it over. Okay. More black mana. We can now play Digester and Time Shark. Both of them are unfortunately 1 toughness. So I think I'm going to be blocking the Pierce Strider with the Digester. Which means I'm going to attack with the Servant. That way I can block it with the Servant next turn. We'll be taking 2 if he equips Flare Husk to the Mirror, which makes more sense than to the Pierce Strider, because I'm blocking either way. He has 2 non-land cards in his hand though, so it's interesting as to what they are. Well, it's gotta be at least 1 blocker. Black Sun Zenith for 1? Yeah, that is bad for us. Alright. Ah, so he's doing that to keep his guy alive, not to attack with it. So after we do our best to fix our mana, we still draw no white. I think we gotta just... No, we can't attack because he can just take it. If we had any kind of pressure on him, we could attack. As is, we have to just... He can't move the Flare Husk without killing the mare, but that may just be what he does. Okay, now's a good time to play the Phoenix, I guess. Axe isn't gonna do it. Well, I do really want to win this next game. I can't see anything I need to decide. Flare Husk boosts toughness by 1, which is useful against his 3/3 for my 3/3, and is also useful against his 1/1s for my 1 power guys. Is that better than Life Staff? Maybe. It's probably not better than Dark Steel Axe, is it? Maybe it is. My guys have plenty of power as it is, but it is sick on a flyer, of which I have 3. It's also sick on Priests of Norn. Question is Flare Husk better than Silvak Life Staff? And if so, why didn't I sideboard it last time? Last game. I think I see more situations where Life Staff is good than where Flare Husk is good. Then Flare Husk is a 1/1. Can block and jump. Actually, yeah, maybe. Flare Husk might save enough damage as a chumper that also get through enough damage as an extra toughness that it's worth it. So I'm gonna go Flare Husk instead of Life Staff. We're gonna draw. I have my revokes and I actually have white. It's a nice change. Does he have artifacts? Yeah. He's got Contagion Clasp and he's got Marasire and a number of others. So this seems good enough. Gotta keep Black Sun's Zenith in mind this game. Well, we're gonna be playing our axe. A Flare Husk. I'll play that. Still not sure if it's better here than a life staff, because blocking doesn't seem like the best option. But he's not going to attack. Okay. Afraid of the lashback with Darksteel Axe, but then I am not really known for my physical damage wins. I am going to play Digester, and I have no problem revoking if he doesn't play another guy. Let's see what he does. Nothing? Alright. So he can have the 4 mana make 2 infect dudes. Seems actually pretty likely to play if he plays nothing with 2 mana up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill my germ to re-equip and then attack. And if he blocks with 2, I can virulent wound 1 to stay alive. He would probably not block with 3 because I can kill all 3 anyway. And if he does, then I just trade and then play, hopefully draw land and play one of my other guys. Alright. If he doesn't have it, that's fine too. I can get his token end of turn if he doesn't have anything else. Any better targets? Contagion Clasp. Alright. On Digester. Well, his plan is to block then. Which means we will definitely be doing this as well as revoking his Contagion Class next turn. Again, hopefully we draw a land. Like every turn. We did not. So we will attack him. And revoke his removal from my Digester. Am I not playing enough lands for this format? This seems to have happened a number of times. I'm pretty sure I am. That seems very good target for our second revoke. I guess there's not much else we can do. He would be on 9 poison counters if we'd drawn a land last turn, 7 if we'd drawn one this turn. I'm still in a pretty good spot to win though. What's his next play? So how did I only just now notice that he's playing green instead of red? Seems like the kind of thing I should point out as soon as I see a forest. He doesn't have a phoenix though, that also means I don't know a lot of what's in his deck. We're waiting for something. The Strider comes out. If we don't draw land again, we will have to trade. But we did, which is very good for us. Better late than never. We'll play Flesh Eater and go for the kill next turn. Although, with Flare Husk, either one could go for the kill next turn. Yep, that's fine. Doesn't kill our guy because we can do this. So, Flesh Eater Imp was the better play, in fact. Can't attack. And we play threat number 2. That doesn't change things. If he's got another answer for this and can't play multiple spells, then we might be able to draw land, banish his Strider, and get in there for a little bit. Black Sun Zenith. That is good enough. Kills both of our guys. Makes this guy 2/2. Oh, we need either a land or a dude pretty quickly. No. I guess not quickly. We're not on any kind of a quick clock because he hasn't been doing damage earlier. If he plays a good dude here, another Pierce Strider is pretty good. Land is very good. Okay. One card in hand. We're definitely just doing this. Okay. We take this here. He's got a follow-up play where the attack is not, it doesn't make too much sense. Unless he plans on chumping. The follow-up play is hopefully not removal. Juggernaut. Alright. We may just have to banish that straight up. Wow, I wish we had more mana. We can take one hit actually. It has to attack, which means, because it's dealing infect, we can actually just go 2, 1, 2, 1. It seems good to go Contagion Clasp on this, Flare Husk on this, end of turn, Virulent Wound it, bring him up to 6. He has to attack with this, so he doesn't attack with this. Then next turn he'll be on 6 and our guy will be 4 power, but we can, yeah, 4 power, 6 is enough to kill him, banish his guy. Seems like a good enough play. And if he plays another guy and doesn't attack, we can always just banish this. That seems good. In fact, we don't need the extra toughness either. And to induce more of an attack from his guy, we'll do the axe. Rager. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't get a second creature off this that he can cast. If he does, we got a few options, depending on what attacks he makes. Alright. Well, we're not going to be blocking there. This looks pretty good. Considering if we don't have to spend any mana, we can kill both his guys without using the banishment decree. Of course, if he has another guy, we're in a bit of a trouble. Slice in twain. Does not do it. So, that's the end of the game. We get to Virulent Wound. I gotta make sure not to do that now. I mean, to do that now, not to mess up doing that now. Puts him on 6. And I have just enough mana to banish his guy. Hey, it didn't matter if I forgot. I drew a swamp. Bash in for 5, in fact. Alright, so my didn't take too much of a financial hit because of Tezzeret. I didn't take too much of a raiding tank because of winning at least 2 games. Let's check. 1777. That was about where I was. And I at least got 1 pack, so I have a little bit of dignity left. But I think I'm gonna resign myself to playing, to recording only games that I play in the middle of the day. I just don't like to record mistakes that I make, and I can't avoid that clearly when I play this late. So I'm gonna try not to do this again in the future. Next time, pre-release, for the next set rolls around, I probably will be doing this again, because I do like playing pre-releases and I like recording them, and they're only on for a very limited time, 2 or 3 days, so if there's not a good time for me to play, I'm going to be recording at a bad time, like at 3 in the morning. Yeah, there's not much more to say, other than I'm definitely going to watch these games again, because there's a lot to be learnt from here. I do want to know if it was mostly bad play or mostly just wasn't my night. I didn't draw what I needed. And comments on what you think was the case is also helpful. I'm always looking for mistakes that I made, and when I can't find them myself, having you guys point them out is useful as well. Okay. There's nothing left to say, so I hope you guys enjoyed this.